Thanks, I'm Stephen Human. Now what would you say is the perfect riding area? Well, a lot of people would say, okay, you gotta have rocks, you gotta have some trail, you gotta have some open space to get up some speed, but you're not often going to find that all in one location. Well, today I have, and I'm gonna show it to you right now.
Boulders. That's the first thing that comes to mind when you arrive at the Three Peaks Recreation Area 10 miles west of Cedar City, Utah. But if all you see are the rocks, you're really missing out on what this rough and tumble land has to offer.
Well, the Three Peaks area is a combination of Iron County and Bureau of Land Management. It's a great partnership. It's an area just west of Cedar City, just a few miles outside of our community. It was established to be just kind of an overall recreation area for residents and visitors. It features 42 miles of ATV trails, mountain bike trails.
This is kind of one of our places where we choose to bring customers for test rides. We do a lot of testing out here also for our race cars. It's a wonderful all-around area.
There's just a lot of trails, a lot of areas to camp, things like that, have campfires.
For Rusty Stebar and Colton Francis, Three Peaks is like a home away from home, and in some ways, a kind of work away from work. As part of the crew at local TripS Polaris, this team knows their off-road equipment very well, working on them a good portion of the day. When they come out here, oftentimes it's to put their rigs through their paces and see how well they do. While it's a part of their job, you couldn't say it looks much like work. Today is a mixture of work and fun as they give their custom RZR its baptism of fire.
It's a 900 XP. It's 2011 is what we started with. It's all handmade. We have a different roll cage. It's all handmade, and it's basically built to race in the desert, high speed. We're brand new here in town. We've been here for about 12, 13 months now. We're learning every day and just want to be here to help the people of Cedar City.
When we say service to the power of three, I mean, we really mean it.
As the crew races from one end of Three Peaks to the other, they encounter not only rocks, but the Ironside trails that take them into areas of juniper and sage, along overlooks that highlight the beauty of Cedar City. That's another thing about the perfect riding area. We mentioned the terrain, of course, but one thing that sets a trail system apart from its brethren is whether or not it's close to civilization. Festival City, USA is right on Three Peaks' doorstep, a mixture of metropolitan life and good old-fashioned small-town amenities.
My favorite thing about Cedar City is honestly it's small enough to have a small town feel, but not big enough to feel like a big city.
I think the thing about Cedar City is definitely the access to adventure. You can go just about any direction and find something to do as far as your soft adventure. You know, horseback riding or mountain biking or riding your ATV or hiking or biking. It is within probably just a few minutes from our location. And then you have a full-service community to take care of you once you're done.
Restaurants and hotels are plentiful, and you can go from desert riding to Red Rock Mountain views in a matter of minutes. Plus, with the city right on Interstate 15, you have easy access to areas south, like Kolob Canyon, or north all the way to Salt Lake City. If Three Peaks is where you'd like to make your next destination, you can find it easily from downtown Cedar by heading west on Utah Highway 56, then north on Lund Highway for about 5 minutes, then turn west onto Mid-Valley Road, and 2 miles later, you're here. Pavilions are available for large get-togethers, and camping is diverse and plentiful. It isn't often you come across the perfect off-highway destination, but Three Peaks is about as close as you're going to find anywhere. You have views, trails, a city right next door, and of course, a lot of boulders.
Hardly anybody knows about it, so it's a little undiscovered. And right now, a lot of places are pretty crowded, so you can go out there and you can have it all to yourself.
For me, it's a chance to get away from work, a chance to get away from all the stress that brings, and a chance to just go enjoy time with your family and time in the outdoors, getting to see what Mother Nature has to offer.
A lot of us can get caught up in work and other things like that can take our time away, but when you come out here, you're out here outside of the city, in the mountains and the trails, it just makes you appreciate more of the simple things.
Well, we'd like to thank TripS Polaris for taking us out today and showing off Three Peak for us. We'd also like to thank Iron County for being so accommodating to us today. Well, this is a great place. Come out here with your family. And remember, if you're driving along I-15, there's a lot in Cedar City that is going to surprise you. Well, for At Your Leisure, I'm Stephen Human.